Hey guys, so it's pretty much a wrap. I mean, I'm just shocked. I'm just like, this election was just so negative, and the fact that so many people were okay with this is depressing. Stop. I'm not in the mood right now. The fact that you can have a candidate make fun of a handicapped reporter and do all that stuff and call women the name he's called them and want to get rid of, ban on a religious group, and have so many white people in our country just go hard for that and just want that back and kick them out and build a wall and I want my country back and the Confederate flags that are up. I'm going to get emotional on this, but I've gotten messages on my Twitter page talking about like lynching me, talking about, black people are lazy, you're not going to do anything. And it's the fact that so many people are okay with this is sad. Like, imagine how those of us who've been talked about are feeling right now. I'm not Muslim, but I think about all the Muslim friends that I have that they're basically told they ain't shit and they're less than, and you're all suspected terrorists. And just to write off a whole religious group of people, that's hate. And then you got all the women that are not 10s and how they were just told they ain't shit either. And you guys are okay with this. Y'all like this. Y'all cheer for this. It's entertaining. And it's unbelievable. I am so embarrassed of this country right now. I really am. I got people that are hitting me up, like gloating and being so negative. I know Hillary wasn't a great candidate. She had a lot of flaws. Being a woman, seeing a woman win the presidency, that would have been amazing, especially on the heels of electing our first black president. It just made me have more faith in this country. Like, we're not just run, by old white men, rich men, that there's opportunity for everybody here. And it was more than about being a black person or a woman. It's about just being inclusive. And when we get shown time and time and time and time again, the same thing is what gets to have power. The Indians, they want to build this pipeline right through their sacred burial ground. The Indians have been so disrespected in this country. And y'all are okay with this. Obama stopped it from happening. Y'all are okay with this. I'm talking to people who voted for Trump tonight. All y'all care about is he's funny, make America great. Okay, you can say that, but how are you going to make it great? We've heard no policies. All we heard about was people being fat, people being bitches, people talking about pussies. This has been so embarrassing. I travel the country, I travel the world, and we are a laughing stock now. And we went from being a laughing stock before with George Bush, destroying our economy, destroying how we're viewed around the world. Then we got this great man, Barack Obama, who I swear, if he wasn't black, there'd be a lot of people singing his praise and saying he was the best. Look at the charts of how many jobs we were losing before he got in office, 800,000, 700,000 a month. And where it is now, 76 months of of growth. And it still ain't good enough. Get Osama bin Laden. Oh, we would have got him anyways. It ain't because of him. The oil spill, that got fixed. Oh, it's not because of him. Like, everything good that happened in this country, no credit for him. And everything bad, it's his fault. And then on top of that, him and his family got to be threatened more than any other presidential candidate or president ever in history. They're called niggers, they're called monkeys, other politicians. And this is the kind of country we live in. And you guys are okay with this. And then you want to be the same people that tell us there's no racism, and so you people are complaining about nothing. And this has come from someone who used to rock with Donald Trump. I used to be friends with him. He did a lot for me professionally. But he's not presidential material, you guys. He's not. I kept my mouth shut about this for a long time, but that he's not presidential material. Our president is supposed to be someone that we are proud to represent us and is an example to earn so many votes in our country. And I honestly feel that there's a lot of racist ass white folks that were just so sick of seeing a black man in office, and they just was like, fuck this, we taking our shit back. Okay. What do y'all want to go back to exactly? The 1800s? It's a good thing seeing different races and sexes be included in this. It should not be just one group all the time. It's not. It's not cool. It should be a place where a young girl can look up and be like, man, I could be president one day. Or a young black boy that lives in the ghetto could, be inspired by a man that reminds him of his dad. And him could think, I could be that too. But now we go backwards into this, nah, that's not for you. And it would be different if there were amazing policies being talked about. But I feel like this was so much a campaign of hate. And that is what is hurtful. Here goes Michigan to Trump. Anyways, I didn't think I'd get on here and cry, but if you don't see why some of us are scared right now, you just never will. You don't want to. And it's just like, I watch Jerry Springer and Maury Povich, and you see the people that are on the show, and you think, man, that's just for entertainment. And I've been telling people, no, that is the majority of our country. All those red states, they just hee-haw on the Confederate flags and go back to Africa and Trump that bitch. This is not how we should be behaving. And then we complain about other countries and how they treat their people. But look how our own people treat us. And I got this dumbass guy, right, that I know in Philly, who's like trolling me, texting me all kinds of, yeah, it's my boy, and oh, you're quiet now, Claudia. And it's just like, he's a black man too. When I was friends with Trump, I had a boyfriend, and we were talking one time. He didn't put me on the show. He told me not to waste my time with black men. And I told this guy that. And he's just such a groupie of fame and just so impressed by celebrity that that's all he cares about. And I haven't been talking about this, and this shit will probably be in a blog tomorrow, but whatever. Hopefully not. But the things that are said, it's not just words. Because now this person who thinks not to waste my time with a black person, a black man, is now going to be president over these black men. So how much do you think he's going to care about them? I'm just saying, you guys. And then I gotta be harsh. I gotta be real on this broadcast. I can't sugarcoat things and say things that are softer, that soften them up. Since y'all clearly like people that tell it like it is and are just straight up and don't have manners, you fucking morons that voted for Mickey Mouse, put people like mythical characters' names on the ballot, their own name, because it was a protest vote? Ridiculous. Is that funny? I know we need more than two parties, but right now that's what we have, right? So when you see it this close and you vote third party, you feel good about yourself? You should just go ahead and just vote for Trump. I voted for Hillary Clinton. People that were like, oh, I'm not voting, that shit don't matter, or you guys are just sheep. I remember when I won Miss Teen Rhode Island. It was right around the time Mandela was finally released out of prison and he became president. And I remember being so inspired by seeing this black man win the election in this country that was so racist, and apartheid was major. I remember seeing black people with tires around them and lit on fire, and then to see the progress that was made when a black man was elected president. And all the people that stood in line up and down a hill, they didn't have air conditioning and, you know, great conditions like that. They were outside in the hot sun. And the pride that they had voting for Mandela. After I saw that, I said, I will never not vote. Okay, stop. You're doing too much. And to hear people that are here in America, all they gotta do is drive a mile or two, go vote, take it for granted. Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm messing for y'all. It just pisses me off. And the cat just hit me in the eye with her tail. His tail. Stop it. So, now we're gonna have people like Chris Christie, Rudy Giuliani, and Trump's sister, he talked about appointing to the Supreme Court. That's what you guys did. Some of us have the funds to bounce and leave this country and go live on an island. But I don't think those are the people that voted for him. So good luck with that. All right. Try to read some of y'all comments. I have such a headache. Pennsylvania, 138,000 votes for Gary Johnson. Gary Johnson was running for president during a year where we have conflict with Syria and doesn't know what Aleppo is. Can't name one foreign leader they likes. And y'all are here voting for a third-party candidate with no chance, who his own vice president said great things about Hillary and said, you know, it would be a much better option, someone who's at least experienced. And y'all want to protest. Trump says that women who have abortions, there should be some kind of punishment for them. Mike Pence, governor of Indiana, they passed a law where if a woman has a miscarriage, I think abortion too, I think a miscarriage, requiring her to have a funeral for the fetus. Mike Pence is very anti-gay and LGBT, although I think he's down low. That's usually what happens with these men that are very much against the community. And North Carolina, all the issues that's going on in North Carolina against gay folks and transgender. Do y'all not watch the news? To me, this is not about Hillary. Like I said, totally understand she's a flawed candidate. There's a lot of corruption around her and a lot of politicians. The fact that only the DNC gets hacked and not the Republican National Committee, the Republican Party. So y'all just run with it. Do you think that it's all clean on the Republican side and all dirty on the Democrat side? Do you really think that? Or do you think the folks responsible for the hacking stand to benefit from this? They made it happen. They made it happen. All right, well, I'm going to go check my Twitter. I'm sure I'm being called a black bitch, a nigger, being told to go back to Africa, because that's what they're doing. Jonathan, you have to get over the Bernie thing, okay? He was a brand new Democrat, by the way. Who's not stating political facts? Oh, in the stock market, the futures have gone down 785 points. So just for those that don't understand, I know some people have no idea how it works, and they think, "Oh, I'm not rich. I don't have stock. I'm not in the stock market. How does that affect me?" Well, there's a lot of old people, especially. Old people are about to retire whose 401ks are tied into the stock market. So when the stock market crashes or goes down, the stocks, which are tied to their 401k retirement funds, they lose their value. So maybe you thought you had $200,000 worth of value in there, and then it goes to like 20,000. So that's what happens when the stock market crashes, and the world is reacting with the markets crashing. They're panicking. Our allies that have been offended. Russia's happy. It'll probably bounce back, but we don't know what other policies. We don't know what the policies are. Do I think he will end Social Security? I don't know. Supreme Court, you guys. Hey, ladies, if you get raped, don't get pregnant. That's another thing that they like to talk about. What was it called? Not forcible rape. They are really obsessed with rape and women's vaginas, uteruses. It's hard for me, a black woman with learning disability. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I know you must feel terrible with some of the things that have been said. Yeah, we lost the Supreme Court. They wouldn't even approve us confirming Merrick. Obama gave them someone conservative, a good guy, fair. That's how the Republicans are mad childish. Very, like, they act like children. Roosevelt, why don't you just get the fuck off my page? You're complaining. You should really get off my page. Matter of fact, let me help you. There we go. You're blocked. No, I don't watch The Housewives. Do I think he's going to build a wall? I don't know. I know it just became scarier that our closest neighbor that we've offended, our country has offended, really ain't rocking with us. I'm offended. I'm scared that we have we're about to have a president that pretty much disrespected 1.5 billion Muslims. That's not a good idea. I hope he doesn't behave the way he behaved when he was campaigning. Because, like I said, I used to like him. And then this other character that I saw running, I was like, who is this? You're right, Jeremy. This country is more sexist and racist at some points. They don't want a woman in power. I saw that last time when they elected a black man over a white woman. I was like, yeah, they're just not, they're not rocking with that. They'd rather have a non-political, no experience having reality star. That's, good in real estate, successful in real estate. Do the job. Pence freaks me out. Not enough has been said about Pence with his weird obsession with the LGBT community and abortion and miscarriages. Like, yeah, I saw that, Tracy, where the woman said we don't need a woman president because she has hormones and she could start a war. Here's a little trivia for you. How many wars were started by women? Okay. How many wars were started by white men? Okay. He didn't show his taxes. We don't know if he lied about the contributions to charity, which is not, to me, it's whatever on that. People lie all the time. But, you know, we do need to see. I mean, we saw Hillary's. We saw even Mike Pence had to release his. This cat's get on my nerves. How's everybody feeling out there? Exactly. Hillary's hormones, that's not even an issue anymore. All right, y'all. I'm about to get off.